Anime discussion. Stop recommending me Fire Force. It sucks. Now I like the tweet. Now I'm not saying I'm not agreeing, but I like the tweet because it's a topic to talk about right now. Now, all right. So before this podcast starts, it's your boy Windeviate, and basically I was talking to my boy Tokyo Genesis about a whole bunch of anime stuff, animes, Food Wars, Fire Force, Black Clover, all this other anime shit. So basically, enjoy, sit back, get some popcorn. You guys don't even need to watch the gameplay, but listen to the podcast. It's kind of bootleg, but enjoy. Fire Force. Now she said stop recommending it because it sucks. So I looked through the thread a little bit, and along the line, she eventually she said, "Oh, y'all ain't like it for the fan service." Now I think that can there's some people who like anime for just the fan service, right? But fan service to me is I'm gonna let you get your word in a sec. Fan service to me is like it's like a nice little sprinkle to anime sometimes. Like some people are there for it and some people aren't. And honestly, without the fan service for Fire Force, I think it would be just fine without the fan service. What do you think?
For me, it could do without it. I really don't care for it.
Yeah.
Honestly, throughout the whole show, I was actually interested in the story.
Mm-hmm.
But here's one thing I'll say about Fire Force. The story started to fall off as soon as he met his...
Just to say an anime sucks because it has fan service is kind of weird to me. Because every anime... I mean... That's anyone's opinion, but Fire Force... No, Fairy Tail has too much fan service. That's one anime that has too much fan service. It's good. Like, sometimes it's a good anime. But, like... I'm not even going to say Fairy Tail is good. Because I feel like Black Clover is a better Fairy Tail to me. But, just because they're different animes, but I feel like it has a better take on that type of anime. But yeah, man, I just think that's weird. Fire Force is just fine.
Fire Force is cool, but let's be real about it. Out of the animes to come up around the same time, because it was the three animes that came out around the same time, right? Black Clover, Fire Force, Demon Slayer. Those were the main ones that were on the come up. Fire Force is the one that's lacking the most. We got to admit that, or agree to disagree. How do you feel?
Yeah, Fire Force is lacking. Fire Force is one of those animes that's like, it's never gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be like competing with any of the big animes, and especially with Black Clover. That shit came out years ago. Well, it started up years ago. But it's on the come up now. People are saying, "Oh, Black Clover is good now." It's always been good. The startup was whack as hell. That was the problem with Black Clover. The startup was whack as hell. Like,
my issue with the startup about Black Clover is that he kept screaming. That's what I hated. That was the only thing I did not like. But that like, please, Asta, why are you doing that? But then. Yeah. Once they got their books, you know what I'm saying, and then they had to go to that the area to train. Yo, they really showed you how cold that man was, bro.
No, like Black Clover, I think it's a great shonen anime. It's not like, for an anime that's about like, just getting stronger as a weaker, a kid getting stronger, trying to become the best, like Hokage, Wizard King, whatever the fuck you trying to be.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like I can't say, oh, don't watch Black Clover, it's ass. And Heavenly Controller has his opinion about, like, everyone has their opinion. His opinion is Black Clover is ass. I think he's wrong, because and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because Black Clover has a great supporting cast of characters. Like, everyone actually gets involved in the fights. Like, you can say the same thing about My Hero Academia. That's why people love it so much. They're not boxing. I don't care what nobody say about Black Clover. Nobody's boxing. And like that, I mean, sometimes they're squabbing because they're superheroes and they're boxing in the anime, and that's cool. And My Hero, but it's like it's the moments and like the story they're telling is what makes the fight so cool. And then with Black Clover, it's the characters, like loving like all these side characters and stuff, and they find a way to incorporate them in the story without just making it about Asta and Yuno. You don't even see Yuno half the time, and they still know how to tell the story about what the fuck he's doing. Like it's good to the point where I read the manga. You know, if I enjoy something enough, I'm gonna just read the manga to see what this shit's really about. And I think Black Clover it's on the come up now. That's what I think. I think it's on the come up now. People were sleeping on it, and there's not. Let's not say. I don't know if people say, oh, it's good now. Like it's never was bad. It was, it just, it had a few things that were lacking at the beginning, but they're kind of coming up now. That's my thought on that. What about you?
About Black Clover?
Yeah. It's rough at the start.
Yeah, at the start, yes, of course, it was very rough to watch, and but I still wanted to give it a chance because I heard it was actually good. Because I think when I started watching it, there was a little bit, some of the episodes were out, and then some people were reading the manga already because they were already far in the manga.
Mm-hmm.
The manga was already far ahead, before the anime came out. And I was like, okay, fine. If people say it's good, then I'll give it a chance. Watched for an episode, and I was like, God, bro, this screaming he's doing is like actually annoying.
Yeah, it was very slow. Very slow.
Yeah, but then, like I said, right, soon as they got their books, they started to develop him and show him like, okay, look, he's the underdog. They showed him that from the beginning. He is the underdog. We want you guys to understand that. He didn't get a book, but all of a sudden, he's trying to help someone out. He gets a sword. He gets his book all of a sudden, right? And it pulls out a giant ass sword. And of course, what it is, because he's the main protagonist, something that blocks out everything in the anime, what it surrounds. Anti-magic. And that's, they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then boom, you see that this man, because obviously he's been training forever. So he's already physically he's insanely strong. Like unhumanly strong, right? And they want to show you that by giving that first fight when someone's getting robbed or something, right?
Yeah.
And you see Yuno has a little bit of trouble, I guess. And they're like, Asa comes in, or no, not Yuno. Was it Yuno having a little bit of trouble?
Honestly, I don't know.
I'm trying to remember.
I think he was just getting jumped. He was getting jumped by that one dude, and he almost lost, and that's what's happening. Oh, sir. Oh.
And I feel like people were talking.
Yo, what's up? This is Blizzy, right? My bad. I'm checking the comments.
You good.
Yo, what's up? I'm pretty sure this is Blizzy, but what's up, Blizzy? What's up, Seraph? Yeah.
And then, in the anime, right, the guy was talking crap. I think he found out that he didn't have a book.
Yeah.
And that dude was like, whoa, what? Why do you have that?
Fucking sword. He's like, oh, shit. Nani? And nigga knocked his goofy ass out.
Exactly. All you see is him launch at a supersonic speed.
And then the ground, boom. You can see his calves fucking bulging as the ground just shook.
And then he just broke the ground, smashed that dude into the ground, and all you see is him pass out. And then you hear the opening music. Oh! Yeah. And then, right, that moment, I was like, okay, I like it. I don't think it's a great anime yet, but I like it, so I'm gonna keep watching.
Whatever. We're just talking about if Black Clover is good or not.
Yeah, we're not gonna spoil nothing. We got you.
We're not really talking about spoilers like that. We were just talking about the first episode, but yeah, because I fucking Black Clover. It's good. We talk about this. I just like the supporting cast, the characters. I like the fact that every character is involved into the show, and instead of it just being a Sasuke in Naruto show, that's what ruined Naruto Shippuden. Shippuden is always good. It's just that's what ruined the show.
Yeah, that's what people have to say about it, though. That's only and everyone's supporting that battle, supporting or disagreeing with that battle. You know. But you're right though. Everyone gets a time to shine. Even the girl who I thought was like annoying and was just gonna be a character who just eats. What's her name? Choppy. Is that her name? The one. With
you talking about the little one? Yeah, but she's actually grown.
Yeah.
Like she's 18.
Yeah, bro. And like she remember when what's his name? Homeboy was getting killed by his brother, and.
Don't say names.
Things to his family member, and we were wondering how they got there, and I was like, no, they're just that fast. You're like, yeah, but they were up too high to use their speed to get there like that. Like we're like, it doesn't matter how fast they are.
I remember that debate. We were like,
yeah,
yo,
and
like that didn't make no sense.
Just,
they can't jump like that.
Yeah, and I was like, no, they're just that fast, bro. He's like, yeah, they're that fast, but they wouldn't be able to get there like that. And then I was like, okay, we'll see the next episode, pretty much.
And then the
right?
next episode, they fucking explain how they did it. Yeah. I was like, thank you.
I was like, you're like, see, okay, because I remember you were saying, you're like, bro, if they don't show how they did it, I'm gonna be pissed, because then it's gonna ruin it for me, bro.
Yeah,
like, because it's not gonna make sense. They can't just do that. And then they explained it, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, okay, I see. Oh, you know what I think I'm gonna do though? I think I'm gonna rewatch Bleach.
Yeah, a lot of people are. The more episodes are coming out on Netflix, bro.
Yeah, I saw that, and people were like, finally, and I agree with that.
They should have been did that.
Like, that was something that should have happened a long time ago.
Cheeky. Oh yeah, I saw Mayo Cheeky. I remember it. Yo, I saw this shit a while ago. Yeah, I saw that. That's a romance anime. I saw it a long time ago.
Cause I remember I was trying to get my girl into it, right? Into Bleach. And we got to the point where, you know, I was like, wait, what? Because I was like, you know, they have it in dub, so it's better for her, right? She likes it that way.
Up with, man, come on, Netflix. Like, if y'all gonna drop these anime episodes, drop the whole thing, man. Not the whole thing, but a hefty amount. You just leave us on a cliffhanger. Like,
because Bleach is an anime like that's a GOAT tier. It's a GOAT tier anime, in my opinion. Maybe you might not all agree, but to me, it was part of the big three. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it was not that's like statement. That's facts.
And maybe it'll come back.
Oh,
as a big three.
Oh, I mean,
it is coming back.
With the arc they're bringing back.
Yeah, I love my romance animes, man. I love my harem animes. That's why when it was like Mayo Cheeky, I was like, that sounds so familiar. But that was one of the first animes I watched. Not like a very first, but that was my first like in the bunch of animes that I watched. That was one of them. Mayo Cheeky. It was lit. But yeah, cause what was it about? What were we talking? Oh, but yeah, I don't know, cause there's harem animes. And then there's ecchi animes, cause ecchi is like, you know, they just show like titties sometimes here and there with some fan service. But there's some ecchi animes that are actually really fucking bad, cause they don't show any. The story is just ass, and they have the regular tropes. Those characters that act like this, and those characters that act like this, and just have titties. Don't nobody really care about that unless you're beating your dick to that shit. No one really actually cares about that shit. You gotta actually have a good story to keep me entertained to watch an ecchi scene or fan service scene, because it's not all about that all the fucking time. Like, no, what was I saying? No, like, that has good, like, that actually, if you're okay with watching shit that has titties, whatever, and fan service, you know, with those type of animes, it's like you're not gonna keep watching. They just I can't English. Keep showing too much titties. Like, this is doing too much. But you gotta have a good story. You know, it's like a cake. You gotta have a good cake. And then you got your toppings, you got your frosting. Fan service is the frosting. What's on the inside? Yeah, what's on the inside of the cake? You know what I'm saying? And if there's nothing there, I'm not watching it. I will literally just stop watching. I'm like, oh, I forgot. Like, I literally forgot about that anime. Like, I was just watching Grand Blue. Good anime. You know, they have a fighting game. Go check out the fighting game. It's lit. I watched the anime, so I got to know a little bit more about the characters. First season was pretty good, it was decent. Second season, first off, they don't have fan service like that. You know, they have their characters with tatas, whatever. But they're not all up in your face. But for example, I was watching it and then I just kind of stopped in the second season. I was at episode 8. I just kind of fell off. It didn't seem all that important to me. I was like, okay,
He said it was hot dog water.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, I'm done with it. Like, same thing with those fan servicey type animes. Like High School DxD, that story is good as hell to me, because it goes. That's like the premise. Wait, what the hell? Damn, I think my shot disappeared. But yeah, like I say give High School DxD another try. You ain't got shit else to do. Yeah, and actually tell me what you think about it. Watch the first season.
I stopped after where did I stop? I stopped watching it after Homeboy got like his power, I think. And he had like his first big fight.
Oh, okay.
That's where I was like, okay. Smooth. Hey, alright, I see people coming in. What's up, people? What's up, people? How you doing? How you doing?
You watch it, I give you if you watch it and you don't like the first season, I give you $10.
You give me $10? How do you know I won't be dishonest?
Because I trust you.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Is it on Crunchyroll?
No, you really think it's on Crunchyroll?
You're right. That's crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say it, man. Funimation is trash.
It is. I when you told me you had Funimation and you was gonna give it to me, I was like, I'm good, bro. I don't know.
Funimation's doo-doo, bro. It's not what it's like. Unless you're a person who just enjoys straight dub and you don't mind waiting, Funimation is not that great.
And dubbed is cool. Oh, actually, this is a topic. Subbed or dubbed?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm a sub kind of person. Like I can read the subtitles. Like I don't mind. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
Someone started the party.
No, cause let me get that. We're not gonna stay here. I don't feel like going up there to find out what they doing. But my thing is like, I love subbed more than dubbed. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like it's just natural reading the subtitles, you know. Yeah. And like you can watch like another reason why I like subbed. You can literally be in your kitchen. You know, there's people in the house, whatever. They won't know what the fuck's going on in the show. They ain't gonna be too nosy. What the fuck they talking about? Because all they're gonna be hearing is them talking in Japanese. They're not gonna understand what they're talking about. So exactly. I'm just like chilling. I'm watching in the kitchen. My dad will be like reenacting what they're saying. Like, what are you even watching? Do you understand what they're saying? I'm like, yeah, I'm reading subtitles.
That's so funny about parents, man. But also at the same time, you know what's scary about anime though? When you're like, oh, this anime is cool. Like, here's one thing I will say. One anime that I wasn't afraid to watch it. It was just like, you know, I'd feel weird if someone just walked in and
yeah, Food Wars. Like I like one of my homies, Hieroglyphics. Yeah, he's watching Food Wars, and you know it's his opinion, and I can't be mad at his opinion. But he's like, yo, I can't watch Food Wars. I was like, okay. He's talking about in the stories. I can't watch it. It's just fucking hentai. I was like,
oh, don't say that.
He called it hentai, bro. I was like, this is called Food Wars hentai. Now look, there's a line with all that. Actually, no, you go ahead before I go.
The only reason I don't agree with that is because I mean there's. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it like that. Okay, because I guess hentai has a full-on story too, right? Sometimes hentai has a whole-on series. So I'll disregard that. What I was gonna say is that with Food Wars, there's fan service, yes, because it relates to how good the food is. Because let's be real, when we eat something good, we
like
feel
an orgasm
fantastic.
in our mouth.
Yeah, it
so
is.
they represent that.
We're like,
they represent that.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. They're like, and you know, Japan, they're just very, or no, not just Japan, just anime is just very
over dramatic. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what makes it cool.
Exactly. They're just, you know, extra about everything. So imagine when you're eating something so good, like let's say, you know, your grandma or whoever, your mom knows how to cook. You telling me when you're eating that food and it's good, you're not going crazy? You're like, oh my god, this is so good. You know? So that's one thing about Food Wars that they represent so well. Yes, it's a little much at times, and you're just like, all right, you know, you didn't have to do all that. But no, even characters that are like small and like whack get their time to lose or win. It's dope because everyone has a role to play in that show.
A really good cook in that show that I really liked on the low was if I like, it's just you know, you have your thing that you like when it comes to anime. Some people don't like fan service. You know, some people think it's too much. Some people might think it's hentai, like fucking what is it called? Food Wars. Some people might say it's like hentai, but it's to me. See, because I have a very open-minded opinion. You know that when it comes to anime, I'm very open-minded when it comes to hentai and all this other shit. I won't talk bad about an anime because I'm not into that type of thing. Like One Piece, I used to watch it. I don't really like it too much anymore because it's a fucking Bible. But it might be good. It might be good.
It's really good.
You know, you pick your poison. But yeah. Like and back onto the conversation, we kind of spurred off of it, but subbed or dubbed, we already said why we like subbed.
Like dubbed because only sometimes for the benefit that if I'm doing something else, even though this sounds crazy, sometimes I'm multitasking and I can just listen and I'm like, I'm still engaged with the anime, I'm just doing something else.
Yeah.
And you know, and some people will go like, oh, but you're not seeing everything. That's okay. Like that's okay. You know, sometimes I can really just picture it, right? Just like when people read a book. Yeah,
because like I'll do both. I'm the type of person, I'll watch it in subbed. Then if I like it enough, like I'm the type of person, I'll rewatch something 1,000 times. You know that. Like the 100, I rewatch. I don't know how many times I watched that, but I rewatched that so many times. I'm the type of person, if I like it enough, I'll rewatch it. So I'll rewatch it in subbed, and I'm like, okay, let me watch it in dubbed. And then if I enjoy it,
that's dedication because I've never done. Oh, that's a lie. I've done that with Bleach. I lied to you. And I've done that with Naruto as well. It's just when you say it out loud, it sounds unorthodox. I'm like, what? You did what? You watched the whole thing and then rewatched it in, you know, regular, like just English, and I was like, oh, okay. But then I'm like, I went back and thought about it. I'm sure a lot of people do that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people. Some people really hate dubbed. I honestly, some dubbed I really don't like, and some dubbed I do. Like it depends. Like another type of animes that I like to watch dubbed is like the comical type animes, like Konosuba. I watch that in subbed, but I like to watch that type of anime in dubbed too because it's actually really fun. Like you gotta think about the voice actors. Some voice actors are having fucking fun when they're voice acting. Especially those comical scenes and stuff like that. It's like funny as hell to listen to them talk and like they're having a good time with it. I'm like, yo, this is lit. But I like dubbed too.
Yeah. So with dubbed, right? The only I used to just clown on people who would say that because I'd say there's only to me, maybe there's a lot more. There's only a handful of good dubbed animes, like actually good. When it's dubbed, like when it sounds good dubbed. Now I'm gonna throw some shade at one of your favorite animes. I can watch it dubbed. I can, but honestly, it does not sound the best dubbed, and I'm gonna say that about Inuyasha.
Kagome! Inuyasha! How do you feel about Beastars or whatever it's called? Beastars, I enjoyed that anime. It was good. Did I finish it? Yeah, I finished Beastars. I'm ready for season 2. Don't listen to what anybody says. It's a good anime. It's a very good anime. It's very good. It's people say like, oh my god, it's like, fucking, they have their moments when there's some wild shit, like, some sexual tension in the air. It's getting a little hot, a little heavy, but it's a good anime. I really enjoyed it. Like Zootopia. People watch Zootopia, I think, but like, it's a show. Watch it for what it is. It's not meant for furries. It's actually a very interesting, cool show, because some of the things that happen is like, oh, like there's like hidden meanings because of what the animals are. If they get hurt a certain way, like, oh yeah, if a deer gets hurt that way, that is what happens. And you're like, oh shit. And then it's just like the struggles of being a carnivore and going to a school with herbivores and them being scared of you. Getting the perspective of a big ass wolf that struggles with depression, or like, just being sad and just being a shut-in. Not a shut-in, but being more to himself. He's a very reserved character, and he could probably whoop some ass, but he's just a wolf with a heart, and the heart likes what he likes, and that's the rabbit. But yeah, very, very good anime. I give that a 10 out of 10 for what it's trying to do. I'm not gonna, that's one of those animes you can't compare to other animes, because some people love to compare like My Hero Academia to fucking Hunter x Hunter. That's one of those animes you just can't compare with people, with stuff. I watched As Long As She's a Cutie. I kind of liked it, even with the ecchi scene. I still like it. Yeah, like, there's nothing like, okay, just be wise. Now, I'm the type of dude that's like, oh wait, he died? No, he disconnected. I'm the type of dude, like, I'm very open to shit. If you heard in homie stream, I'm not into that furry shit. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not into that at all. But like, ecchi scenes, I don't care. Like, it's just ecchi, they show titties, whatever. I don't care. I'm not here for that. But like, it's a plus, I don't mind it, it's just, but you have to have an actual good show if I'm watching stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's a very good show. I give it 10 out of 10. Happening in season 2, someone who read the manga told me about it. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. I promise you, it's gonna be lit. But yeah, can I not ready up now? Everyone was hyped up about My Hero. Yeah, the hype was very unnecessary. The only people who are really hyped up are the people who read the manga and they know the shit's about to be crazy. Like, cause people are like, oh, My Hero isn't that good. Like, the 4th season isn't that good. And yeah, the 4th season really isn't that good. But what's coming is gonna be like crazy. And My Hero, they're not boxing. I don't care what anybody, like, that's the one thing about My Hero Academia. It's cool. It's just like, their fight scenes aren't good. People be like, oh, their fight scenes are fucking amazing. Like, it's a good anime, but their fight scenes aren't good for a certain reason. It's they're not supposed to box. They're superheroes. Like, yeah, they can fight, whatever like that. But you notice there's no crazy choreography behind the fights. And that's because the thing that makes the fight so good is because there's a story behind the fight. There's a story that makes it good. Like, they're having flashbacks in the middle of the fight because there's a story behind that fight. There's something that character is fighting for, which makes it interesting to me. Like Endeavor is a hard ass character. Some people don't like him because he's grimy, but he's trying to face his Endeavor. Like, this dude is a beast, okay? And he's not my favorite character at all, but he's just a cool character. A good route on a hero that's grimy. He's gonna do what he gotta do to win, type shit. And he's number 1 right now. But yeah, like, the whole thing with that most recent fight, I really enjoyed that fight with him and the Nomu. Really great. It was a really great episode. I think that was my favorite episode in My Hero Academia. But it was a really great fight, and I really enjoyed it, man. Like that shit was lit as hell. It was lit, cause it's not like he was doing anything crazy. Like he was really like pushing his powers beyond plus ultra head ass. But the thing that made it cool is because he he's trying to be the #1 hero. He's trying to inspire people. He's trying to be that symbol. He's literally trying to be that symbol. And Deku already had a whole bunch of his fingers broken and stuff like that. So if he didn't hype him up and all, like he could have did that after he beat him. You know, he could have did what Naruto did to Neji. Naruto beat him and then he talked to him and he was like, he gave him his viewpoint and then he hyped him up. But Deku, he hyped him up in the middle of the fight. How you gonna do that? Who does that? Oh, Bakugo versus Deku was cool too. Perfect example, because they had a whole bunch of background into the fight, whole bunch of storytelling in the fight. That's what makes My Hero Academia so good. The story behind it, man. The story. The fourth season still ass though. The fourth season is just lacking right now. You know, but that, you know, some seasons are gonna have their moments, but you gotta remember, My Hero Academia has its moments of like, it's like every anime has its moments of like, oh, this shit's very chill right now. It's like nothing's really happening, because sometimes it has to happen. Like, they're kids, man. You know, they're teenagers. They're in high school or whatever, and you know they gotta have their moments in school. They're not pro heroes yet. Chill out. You know. But when it gets to that point where they are like almost pro heroes, it's gonna be crazy, and then people are gonna be like, oh my god, there's fights all the fucking time. But yeah, that's just my opinion though. Yeah, it's like Goku never starting to fight strong. Yeah, Deku is too nice. He's way too nice. Way too nice. But it's a cool, like, it's a cool, nice